Morning students, welcome into the another session of CS02 Programming in C. As all of you know that we are discussing about unit number 3 as per the syllabus of Saurashtra University. That unit number 4 contains two sections, that is array and structure. We have completed with all the concept of array, and then we have started with the concept of structure. Into the concept of structure, last lecture we have completed with UDF with structure. Now it's time to go for another new concept in this existing topic, that is nested structure. So let's start with the nested structure. Into the nested structure, let's divide these two let's divide this particular statement into the two words, that is nested and structure. Both the words are not new. We have already discussed about nested into the looping control structure, and right now we are discussing about structure. Then what does a nested means? The concept of nested remains same as it is, which we have discussed into the looping control structure. Nested means whenever there is a loop inside the loop, concept is considered, that is called as nested loop. Now same like this, whenever you declare a one structure, in that you will declare another structure, that is called as nested structure. That means structure within structure is called as nested structure. Simple definition of nested structure is like this: structure within structure is called as nested structure. Now let's see how it is practically possible. Before that, let's have a one look at to the syntactical part of the entire concept. If you have not forgotten, then to declare the structure we need to use keyword called struct. Then we need to give structure name in opening and closing bracket, declare another structure with structure name, and inside its opening and closing bracket it contains the members of structure. Even we can also declare member of structure into the main structure also. So this kind of syntax is actually the demonstration of nested structure. Obviously, both are the structures should be completed with semicolon, and it should be followed by dummy name. You can declare dummy name on both the side. That means internal structure can also contains the dummy name, and external structure also contains the dummy name. Generally, the first structure that we have declared is called as parent structure, and inside structure is called as child structure. So this is the syntactical part of creating nested structure. Now let's demonstrate a one simple example which contains the syntactical part and implementation part of nested structure. As far as the examination point of view is concerned, this particular topic is not that much important, but still we'll keep into the consideration for the future reference. So let's go into the C. Now what I am doing is just try to focus onto the concept. First, here I am declaring first structure called S1 into the opening and closing bracket. As a member I am declaring A. So A is the member of S1 structure. Now inside the S1 structure I am declaring S2 structure and I am assigning B into that member. Now as per the syntactical part, I am completing this was both the structure with semicolon and I am assigning T1 dummy name for S1 structure and T2 for S2 structure. Once this is done, I am writing void main statement and inside the opening and closing bracket, simple I am giving printf enter the value of A. Here I am mentioning variable A because variable A is accessible inside the S1 structure and variable B is accessible inside the S2 structure. Then after this message what I am writing scanf %d comma t1 dot a and simply I am printing whatever the entered value as it is onto the screen. Your value is %d comma t1 dot a get ch and it should be followed by clr scr. Let's check this code. Right now what I have done, I have just created S1 and S2 structure, but in void main statement I have only accessed the member of S1 structure. We'll further implement this code for accessing the member of S2 structure also, but right now we are accessing only the member of S1 structure. Let's run the code. Say for example I am entering 3, it returns 0 y t1 dot a. Okay, here I am forgot to write n person. Let's rerun the code. 4, it prints 4. Now what it does, this particular program has accessed the first member of structure and stored the inputted value which is entered by the user. Now let's go ahead, printf enter the value of B. Obviously what it does, it will access the child structure member and stores the value inside the child structure member and same it will print onto the screen. So let's start, enter the value of B, scanf %d n person t1 dot b, just print as it is onto the screen by writing printf %d t1 dot b as it is onto the screen. Let's run the code. It returns undefined symbol B. Now why it returns undefined symbol B? Because B B is not the member of structure called T1, because T1 is the dummy name of structure called S1. So instead of this T1, what I have to do, I have to write T2. Yeah, this is the change. What I have done, first I have given the parental control, then the child control, and then the child member control. એટલે કે T1 નામનું સ્ટ્રક્ચર પેરેન્ટલ કંટ્રોલ સ્ટ્રક્ચર છે, એટલે એનું એક્સટેન્શન આપવું પડે. એની અંદર T2 એનો ચાઇલ્ડ છે અને T2 નો ચાઇલ્ડ જે છે એ B છે, એટલે મારે શું લખવું પડશે? T1.T2.B. નાઉ લેટ્સ ચેક. એ એઝ ઇટ ઇઝ પ્રિન્ટ કરી દેશે અને 7 એઝ ઇટ ઇઝ સ્ક્રીન ઉપર પ્રિન્ટ કરશે. હવે આને એક પ્રોપર સિક્વન્સની અંદર ગોઠવી દઈએ જેથી કરીને પ્રોગ્રામ આપણને સમજાય. કટ અને પેસ્ટ. ફર્સ્ટ વેલ્યુ 3, સેકન્ડ વેલ્યુ 2, એટલે 3 અને 2 સ્ક્રીન ઉપર પ્રિન્ટ કરશે. અહીંયા પ્રોપર એક મેસેજ ડિસ્પ્લે થાય એના માટે હું લખું છું યોર વેલ્યુ ફોર પેરેન્ટ સ્ટ્રક્ચર, અને અહીંયા મેસેજ આપણે આપી દઈએ યોર વેલ્યુ ફોર child structure. Let's run the code and let me put one /n for proper displaying the output. 2 and 8. So the value for parent structure is 2 and value for child structure is 8. એટલે કે 2 જે છે એ A નામના મેમ્બરમાં સ્ટોર થશે જે પેરેન્ટ સ્ટ્રક્ચરની અંદર છે, અને 8 છે એ B નામના વેરિયેબલમાં સ્ટોર થશે જે ચાઇલ્ડ સ્ટ્રક્ચરની અંદર છે. સો ઇન ધીસ વે we can implement a concept of nested structure. Let's go into the notepad for better visibility, કેમ કે આમાં આપણે સરખી રીતે જસ્ટિફિકેશન નથી આપી શક્યા. We'll repeat this entire program again. So try to focus on every words now. As you can see onto the screen, after the necessary library function, what I have done, I have created the first structure called S1. Inside its opening and closing bracket, one member I have created, that is A. That means A is only accessible into the structure called S1. Now inside the S1, as we have to discuss nested of structure concept in practical, so that's why I have created another structure called S2. In S2, second local variable I have declared called B. S1 is accessible by the dummy variable called T1 and S2 is accessible by dummy variable called T2. એટલે કે S1 નામનું પેરેન્ટ સ્ટ્રક્ચર થશે, એમાં A નામનો મેમ્બર છે, એ S1 નામના પેરેન્ટ સ્ટ્રક્ચરની અંદર S2 નામનો ચાઇલ્ડ સ્ટ્રક્ચર થશે જેમાં B નામનો વેરિયેબલ છે. ચાઇલ્ડ સ્ટ્રક્ચર જે છે એ T2 નામથી એક્સેસિબલ રહેશે વોઇડ મેઇન સ્ટેટમેન્ટમાં, અને S1 નામનો જે પેરેન્ટ સ્ટ્રક્ચર છે એ T1 નામથી એક્સેસિબલ રહેશે વોઇડ મેઇન સ્ટેટમેન્ટની અંદર. હવે એ સ્ટ્રક્ચર ક્રિએશન કમ્પ્લીટ કરી દીધા પછી વોઇડ મેઇન સ્ટેટમેન્ટમાં ઓપનિંગ અને ક્લોઝિંગ બ્રેકેટની અંદર CLR SCR સ્ટેટમેન્ટ જે છે એ મેં લખેલું છે. એમાં સૌથી પહેલાં હું એક મેસેજ આપું છું, એન્ટર ધ વેલ્યુ ઓફ એ. એને આપણે ચેન્જ કરીને એવું પણ લખી શકીએ, એન્ટર ધ વેલ્યુ ઓફ પેરેન્ટ સ્ટ્રક્ચર. એન્ટર ધ વેલ્યુ ઓફ પેરેન્ટ સ્ટ્રક્ચર. પછી આપણે લખેલું છે scanf %d and %t1 dot a. That means it will read and store the value of parent structure and its value which is declared inside it as a. એટલે કે a માં વેલ્યુ સ્ટોર કરશે ટૂંકું. Then what I am giving the message is enter the value of child structure. એ ચાઇલ્ડ સ્ટ્રક્ચર એટલે કયો થયો? તો કે T1 ની અંદર T2 નામનો જે સ્ટ્રક્ચર છે એનો બી નામનો મેમ્બર, એટલે કે એનો લોકેશન જે છે આપણે આ રીતે આપ્યું, T1.T2.b. એટલે કે T1 નામના સ્ટ્રક્ચરમાં T2 નામનું જે સ્ટ્રક્ચર છે એનો જે બી મેમ્બર છે એમાં વેલ્યુ સ્ટોર થશે. એના પછી એક મેસેજ આપ્યો છે કે જે એન્ટર્ડ વેલ્યુને સ્ક્રીન ઉપર ડિસ્પ્લે કરશે. યોર વેલ્યુ ફોર પેરેન્ટ સ્ટ્રક્ચર ઇઝ %d અને T1.a. then /n. Your value for child structure is %d અને T1.T2.b કે જે ચાઇલ્ડ સ્ટ્રક્ચરની વેલ્યુને સ્ક્રીન ઉપર પ્રિન્ટ કરશે. થોડા ચેન્જીસ આપણે ડાયરેક્ટ નોટપેડમાં કર્યા છે. લેટ મી સેવ ઇટ and just go back into the C and rerun the code. Let me first close all the programs and let's reopen the code. There are no syntactical error. Let's run. What will be the message? Enter the value of parent class. Yes. What is the name of parent class? What is the name of parent structure member? That is A. So this 3 is going to be stored inside A. Now it will ask for entering the value of child structure. What will be the name of child structure variable? That is B. Say for example 9 I am entering, then it stores inside the variable called B. Same is going to be printed onto the screen. Your value for parent structure is 3 and your value for child structure is 9. There is a mistake into the spelling of structure. Sorry, I am frequently making a mistake because I have to speak, I have to type, even I have to create the entire program. So this might be the problem. STRU is correct over here. STRU. Let's run the code again. 4 and 2. So it prints 4 and 2 as it is onto the screen, and this is the simple demonstration of nested structure. We will not write more number of examples for the same because it is not that much important for university point of view. Just note down the definition for this particular program which we have implemented right now. Write a program to demonstrate the use of nested structure. Again I am repeating my words. Write a program to demonstrate the use of nested structure. You have to create this particular program, and once you get a proper success in this program, just note it down into the journal. So I hope all of you have an idea about how can we go for nested structure. Now let's move on for another topic, that is introduction to union. This is something new. In this chapter, structure and union are together in a single portion of C. right? Shortly even we are going to discuss about the difference also. But before discussing about the difference in between structure and union, we need to define the union first. So without wasting more time, let me write the definition of union. Union is same like a structure. Union is same like a structure, but the memory allocation is different. That means what we are doing into the structure. Structure is actually the concept which contains. That means structure contains group of elements with same name and same type. Sorry, same name and different types. Structure is a group of element. Structure contains the group of elements with same name and different types. That concept remains same into the union, but the difference is that structure allocates the memory something different than how the structure allocates the memory. To use union into the concept of programming in C, keyword for accessing the union memory is union itself. Let's take one simple example before going ahead. Let me write union, then test into the opening and closing bracket, integer a, then semicolon, void main, opening and closing bracket, printf, enter your value, scanf, percentage d, n percent t1 dot a. So I need to give a dummy name over here, that is t1. Then printf your value in union is percentage d, comma t1 dot a, get ch and previously clr scr. Let's run the code. Enter value 4 and 4 will be printed onto the screen. If you observe the entire program, let me open into the notepad for better visibility. If you observe this particular program, then this program is only a one difference, that is a difference of keyword called union, and rest of the thing for writing the program is almost the same, just like a structure, right? So if I write struct, that is struct here, it creates the structure, and I have replaced this struct keyword with union. It used the union, but the output remains same onto the screen. Just remember one thing, by changing the concept into the C, by changing any of the concept into the C, logic remains same. So union also prints the entered value as it is onto the screen, and even structure also prints as it is value onto the screen, there should be not any difference between structure and union. Now just write down the definition for this particular program. Write a program to demonstrate the use of union. Again I am repeating my words. Write a program to demonstrate the use of union. Note down this particular program for your future purpose. Now let's see what is the difference between structure and union, because we have to discuss this as per the syllabus is concerned, and even this is very important topic as far as the examination point of view is concerned. So what I am doing is I am just giving you the latest differences between structure and union, so you will get more updated than the old theories that which I have. So these are the differences between structure and union. The first difference is of keyword. If you wish to use structure, then struct keyword you have to use, and if you want to use union, you have to go for union keyword. Second is the size. When a variable is associated with the structure, the compiler allocates the memory of each member. The size of structure is greater than the equals to sum of size of its member. That means into the structure entire bunch is allocated for multiple number of members. While in union, when variable is associated with union, the compiler allocates the memory by considering the size of largest memory. So the size of union is equals to the size of largest number. Third one is memory. Each member within structure is assigned a unique storage area of location, while in union, memory allocated is shared by individual members of the union. It is just like what? Uh, Whenever you are traveling for some city and in a single bag, your clothes and your siblings' clothes are together in a single bag. That is sounds like a structure. Reverse case is what? Suppose you have created your own bag, traveling bag, in which your cloth is only there, then it is something like called as union. Next is value altering. Altering the value of member will not affect their member of the structure, while altering the value of member it will affect the member's value. Third, accessing member. Individual member can be accessed at the time. Only one member can be accessed at the time. That means if you create the multiple members inside the union, it is bit difficult to access inside the void main statement, and the same thing is very simple into the structure. And the last one is initialization of the members. Several members of structure can be initialized at once, while only the first member of union can be initialized into the union. Now let's come into the conclusion. Which one is better to use? Both are better to use. That is depends on the requirement that you have, but as far as my point of view is concerned, it is better to use structure yet for the program development purpose. So we are not putting more pressure onto the discussion of union. Over here we are declaring our unit number 4 completed. All the topics of unit number 4 we have discussed and gets completed into this particular lecture. In from next lecture we are going to start with our unit number 3, that is library function. So I hope all of you have a clear cut idea about how this unit number 4 in its topic works. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. You can revise these lectures, and even you can get more updated details from the book or through the internet. Thank you very much, students, for listening me, and have a nice day. In our next lecture, we are going to start with unit number 3, that is our library functions. Thank you for listening.